Hi, Sagittarius. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life. I hope your life is going well. This is your June 2020 reading, and I am going to be pushing right on through so that I can get everybody in and everybody done for this month. So, I'm going to talk to you about the decks I'm going to be reading from, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So, I'm going to be reading from the Sibyl's Oraculum. It is a 44 card system. So for those of you who are numerologically inclined, if you're operating off of 11s or 44s, this might be the deck or the reading for you. There's 4 cards that are actually pulled from this deck, and it gives you some core issues, core value issues, and then it gives you some directives, things you can do. And things to think about for the month of June. I'm also going to be reading from Deborah Kopf Chapin's The Soul Cards, which I really like. It's an art deck for sure. And then I am also going to go to the tarot with Steampunk Tarot. So we'll look at your work sector this month. We did relationships last month. I'm going to talk about work this month. And then lastly, I'm going to pull some animal cards, which I don't normally do because I like to work with animals in real life rather than in cards. But since that's not possible right now, or at least not with you, then we're going to go to the animals and see what kind of energies are coming forth. So I'm going to start with Sibyl's for you Sagittarius, and we're going to see what they have to tell you. Lots of things coming out, but I'm going to take that one because that one feels right. All right, so Unity, and I'm reading these entirely intuitively. There is another layer to this system, so if you like it, or if you deal with your 11s and 44s and you want a reading from this deck, then just let me know because there's some other things. There's a text and some other parts to it too, so that I could not take the time for in a video reading at all. All right, so what we've got on tap for June is Unity. Unity. That's a good thing. Unity is a good thing. It's a good thing. But it's coming up as a core issue. And you know what that's like. You know, when you're trying to bring people together and it makes it difficult. It's difficult to happen. It's difficult to get everybody on the same page and kind of drinking from the same bowl. Some people don't want to drink from the same bowl. They want the bowl that they want. You know what I'm saying? So it brings with it some complexities, and those complexities are what you're seeing right now. Complexities in personality, Sagittarius. You're going to see first, okay? You're going to also see some other kinds of complexities because each person has their own personality, but they also have their own history. They have their own worriations. They have their own concerns. They have their own dramas, and they have their own emotional triggers and all that other kind of stuff. Okay? I feel like Sagittarius, you're at the helm here, meaning that you're probably the glue or you're the person who can make something happen or who can draw everybody together. I feel like you're the glue, which is probably why you're getting this reading. So, no problem. We have some action items here. We have some internal action items, and we have an actual something you can do, right? So, internally, or for yourself, you want to analyze the situation. You're going to have to break it down. Now, I know this isn't your forte, Sagittarius, because I know what you want to do is just toss it up in the air and go to the next thing. But that's not going to work for you, not this time. What you're going to do is you're going to really pull these people apart, right? What do they really want? Because everybody wants love and affection. That's really what they want. And even though you might be at work or you might be somewhere that ain't got nothing to do with me having to necessarily love on you, it doesn't matter. That's what they want anyway. So you're going to have to break down what their little issues are. And take your time to do that because that's why you're in the position that you are in. So that's what you're going to do first. And while you're doing that, you'll be probably doing some self-analysis too. So it's not just for them, it's also for you as well, but it's a good teaching either way. And then this is interesting. What you're going to actually do, like what's going to actually happen, is a disguise. So you're going to have to what? You're going to have to do a little little song and dance. You might have to put on a little show, a little act or whatever to kind of get everybody together. I don't know. Maybe you have to go somewhere and act like you're crying. And they're like, what's wrong with Sagittarius and Sagittarius? I just wish everybody would get along. I don't know what it's going to be, but you might have to put on a show. Um, and that's okay. That'll be fun for you. That'll be a fun activity for you. You know, figure out what you're going to do about this. But I do feel that you're in some kind of leadership position right now, Sagittarius, and that you can actually make that work for you if you want to take the time to do it. That's up to you. That's June for you. Okay? Moving right along. All right, we're going to Deborah Kopchak. I'm sorry, Sag. It is what it is. It is what it is. And you're learning something about leadership styles and techniques and all kinds of other things that you have to do to keep the ball rolling. All right, we're going to Deborah and the soul cards 1. Just going to look a little deeper at Sagittarius world, inside of Sagittarius world a bit. There's a relationship I'm seeing and a connection here with somebody else. So we've got a relationship where you're trying to see yourself on the same page. Okay, one person has one vision, one person has another, and the other one is in the middle. I've gotten this card before. It's like meeting in the middle. Where is the middle? Where is the middle ground where it can work? But I do feel that there is a close connection or a close bond between you and this significant other in your life. Now, this could be romantic, but it could also be any kind of partnership. And again, when we looked at your other cards, to me, I felt like you're a bridging person right now, Sagittarius. So you may be not just bridging in relationships, but you may be bridging lots of people together as well. So I'm not seeing this as one-sided. It could be one-sided for some of you. For some of you, it's a whole bunch of people that you're having to make a connection with. So you need to just breathe. You have to just breathe through it. And you have to hear and you have to feel and you have to reconnect on that level. Because when you do that, things are gonna come together. You're gonna start to be able to bridge the gaps that are happening in your life right now. And I am seeing gaps in some places. I'm seeing gaps here, and I'm also seeing the gap here that needs to be closed in your life. You need some closure about yourself, Sagittarius, and this is the way that it's happening for you. This is what it's teaching you. It's teaching you something about yourself. And you just have to keep molding and shaping. You're molding and shaping yourself right now. And you're doing it, I think, through these relationships that you're having with, you know, that unity thing. It's a good deal. All right, I'm moving into the tarot. Now, the tarot, this time I'm looking at work situations specifically, and I usually go to steampunk for that. We've got the moon in reverse, so I think that things are being revealed to you right now in relationship to the work that you're doing. And maybe aspects of the work that you weren't aware of, or that you weren't clear about what you were supposed to do about it. So you're trying to figure it out for a while, but now you gotta, like, don't worry about it so much kind of thing. For whatever reasons, I feel like you should connect to a Cancer. They may be able to help you with some of this. We do have the Page of Wands here, so there's a message. It's in reverse, so there is a message coming through. I think it's about knowing what you have, your arsenal that you have with you, and knowing what to do with it, and also about the having some sight or foresight or being able to see detail. Okay, so there's a message about that, like being able to see the detail and know the arsenal that you have around you, and the arsenal is your people. That's what I'm getting, Sagittarius. The people that are around you is your arsenal. You got to know how to work it. Okay, and then we've got the Emperor in reverse too. Emperor represents order It represents putting order to something, and it looks like it's not there. But I think you're the person to do it because you're the one wielding the weapon to make it happen, right? You're working with that. I think you're disappointed because you had your dream. We've got these two. You're disappointed because you had a dream, an ideal about it, but there are some nuts and bolts that have to go with it. And so you're kind of looking at all of it and saying, oh, geez, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I felt like doing all this shit. Excuse my French. But you have what you need. You just have to have the right person with you to make it happen, right? And I feel like that person is around you. Maybe it's this Cancer person. I'm not sure. Or a Cancer energy, somebody with Cancer energy. It could be a person to balance out your water with your fire with their water. Could be just a water person. So it could be a water sign of some sort, or somebody who balances out your fire. I'm getting the balancer and the connecting person here with this card. So you want to look at your partnerships, who you're partnering with. There's the Three of Cups there. Again, that's about things coming together for you, but you need to bring the right people to the table. And it may take you kind of feeling your way a little bit. You might need to do some social connecting, like some networking or something. I think this is networking. You might need to do some networking so you can strengthen your game here and what you're doing. You need the right resources, and you need the right team. I'm getting, yes, you are still refining. You're refining your skills. You're refining these gifts. You're cranking out a better end result every time. So you just make sure you don't let those little things get in the way, those blocks get in the way. And I think that this really is the block right here, is getting the message that you are the person who can bring all of this together. It's going back to that. I think that's what this is. I think you would like to not do that. I think you would like to back away from it, but you're the person to do it. So don't let that get in your way. That's what I'm saying. Don't let the thoughts about or feeling overwhelmed or anything like that get in your way. Nah, it's not necessary. You're learning some things. You're learning some things about your work. You're getting schooled. It might be you and your partner are getting schooled about that. But you're getting key information and key knowledge about the work that you're doing right now. There's what I was looking for, the Three of Pentacles. So when you do this right here, when you do your networking situation, when you get in your networking situation, among them, you'll be able to find the right partners to do what it is that you want to do right now with your work. All right. All right, let's get on into these here animals. There's one that came straight up, the Puma. I couldn't even get the cards up. Puma energy. That's independence. That's sightedness. You're able to see a lot of things right now. Pumas also go up high, so you might have to go a little higher in the rafters so that you can see, get your perspective different. You might be down in what you're doing now, but you might need to move up. Get a better view of your situation. We got the coyote teaching. Coyote teaching. That's the backwards teacher. That's the teacher that teach you through the reverse. You know, they make it difficult for you so that you can learn how not for it to be difficult. Stuff like that, right? So that is a teaching. That's a teaching spirit, a teaching energy. It'll teach you how to be sharper, wittier, wiser, more savvy. So that's what that energy is coming from. And then I'm getting totem for you too. I got this for your fire sign partner, Leo. That means you need to get in touch with your animal spirits right now. Your animal spirits are trying to connect and speak with you. They want you to open up to the language of the spirit, of the animal spirit realm. So, and this is a very good teaching too. So that's what you got to do. All right. Anything else, please? For Sag for the month of June. No, that's it. So get in touch with your spirit animals, your spirit animal teachers. Coyote is the teacher, so it's coming to you right now. And then that Puma energy is asking you to get a little different perspective, go a little bit higher in your spiritual self through meditation or however how you do that, so that you can look out over your situation and get a clearer view, because you're too close to it. You got to pan out. All right there. I am at Carrie at wooingnature.life. If you want to reach out to me, I'm also at wooingnature.life if you'd like to take a deeper dive, or if you want a reading from any one of these decks. Now, if you want one from the Sibyl's Oraculum, that is not on the website. You have to reach out to me personally if you want a reading from that deck. All right? So, as always, I hope you have a great June, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.